If you're a wrestling fan, then you're very much aware that WrestleMania is around the corner. Matter of fact, it's in 2 days. And because I'm a huge wrestling fan, and because we've seen the official match card, it's time to make my predictions. It's time to make my prediction. I'm going to predict what's going to happen in this match. First, I'm going to start off with the opening card for night one. Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship. Now this bill has been pretty good. John Cena has basically just murdered Theory half the way, so I really feel like because of that, Theory will win this match. And it's kind of crazy to think about because Theory did predicted that he'll have a match against John Cena, and at first last year in SummerSlam that was supposed to happen, but Cena didn't really felt like he wanted to do it. However, this time John Cena finally sees something in Theory, and just like Cena, we all see something in Austin Theory. So therefore, like I said, Austin Theory is going to go over in this match. Next, we're going to have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. A match that is, I know it's going to be great. Story's basically kind of meh. I kind of wish Rhea challenges Bianca Belair. But it won't matter at all because I really feel like Rhea Ripley is going to win this match. Matter of fact, she has to win this match. She entered at number 1 in the Royal Rumble. She won a number 1 in the Royal Rumble. She's the only female wrestler to achieve that. Before that, Bianca Belair was the one who won the Royal Rumble with an early pick when that was in number 3. Rhea did it with number 1. And this whole Judgment Day character she's been having is absolutely amazing. And the payoff will definitely be a SmackDown Championship title. So like I said, Rhea Ripley's going over. Next, we're going to talk about Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, this is not in order, so I don't know if they're going to be in night 1 or 2, but anyway. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Weirdly enough, I think Seth Rollins might win this match. However, this can go either way. I don't mind Logan Paul winning because that'll just solidify how big of a fucking heel he is, and he'll just have more hatred rain down on him, which is exactly what Paul needs for this business. Because let's face it, not many people are a huge fan of Logan Paul. Now I'll be the first one to tell you that I didn't really care about Logan Paul, but ever since he joined WWE, I started to appreciate the fact that this man is fucking talented as hell. This dude is able to do a buckshot lariat better than CM Punk. This guy is an actual athlete. This guy is an athlete, and pairing him up with Seth Rollins would just equals just a perfect still showing match. However, despite all that, I think Seth Rollins will win this because if we want to give Seth Rollins some momentum to a little prediction I'll have later on, he needs to win this match. But like I said, this match may be one of the best matches in night 1 or night 2. Next, we're gonna have Becky Lynch, Lita, Trish Stratus, and taking on Damage Control. The build was not bad, but these fucking women's championship, they better do something after WrestleMania because these women tag team champions have done nothing but propped up main eventers. And I think what Damage Control has done with the title and ever since they formed has been a bit butt cheeks in my opinion. But I think maybe hopefully this can all change. Weirdly enough, I see Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus winning against Damage Control. Then Trish Stratus turning heel on Becky or Lita. And then they have a match later on. That's my prediction. So, Becky, Lita, Trish Stratus going over against Damage Control. Here comes something that a lot of us are very anticipated to watch. Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. Father versus son. Son versus father. Rey Mysterio is finally going to get the belt and whoop this kid's ass. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to win. You see, I had a little bit of fantasy booking that I'll probably do one day and talk about later on. But just a brief summary. My prediction is Dominic winning this match. Because I know they're going to have a good match. Dominic, I know I made fun of Dominic's frog splash, but he's getting better and better as years and months goes by. So he's definitely going to, so I'm assuming at the end of the year, he'll definitely reach to that potential. Because he's one of the top heels in WWE, no matter what anyone wants to say. This whole bratty kid character that he's been playing has absolutely worked for him. And it's going to work even more if he wins against his father. Wilder. But here's the thing. This may be one of those matches that they have a three-way. Dominic wins the first one. Dominic wins the second one. But Ray wins the third one. But if something happens in that third match, that may or may not end up with Dominic possibly going babyface. Nice. That's probably the wildest prediction I'm ever going to make. Or probably the wildest prediction you're ever going to hear. But that's my predictions. And like I said, I think Dominic's winning going over. Oh, and side note, congratulations to Rey Mysterio being a Hall of Famer. You have been my favorite wrestler ever since I started watching WWE. We're going to have Braun Strowman and Ricochet taking on the Street Profits, the Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. It's practically a men's showcase mode. I'm guessing whoever wins this match gets a future tag team championship opportunity. And I think they're just gonna do exactly what the Logan Paul Seth Rollins gonna do. They're just gonna go wild, go ham, go fucking insano style, and just kick each other's ass. However, weirdly enough, I have two predictions. One, Street Profits win. Two, Alpha Academy could win. But then they get the tag team championship match, and maybe that's when we start splitting up Otis and Chad. Because obviously Otis is doing some things with the Maximum Male Models, which by the way, I'm the very few that actually enjoys the characters because they're so fucking stupid and goofy. It's actually awesome. I see Otis going. I guess he's gonna be the heel, but I think this could be like the opening gate door for Chad Gable to have that singles run. Because let's face it, Chad Gable is is a very fucking good wrestler. He just doesn't get shown that much. He doesn't get to show that much. So this could change. This could be his moment. So like I said, either Street Profits or Alpha Academy. Pick your flowers. Then we got what I personally believe will be the main event of night one. The Undisputed Tag Team Championships. The Usos taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. First of all, this is the best storyline I've ever seen in my life. This whole Bloodline storyline has been fantastic from beginning to end. Sami Zayn being the guy who was trying to be part of the cool kids, who, when his friend finally gets attacked and jumped and all that, to a point that he might just end up being injured forever, that's when he's like, yo, we got to stop this. I don't like this. Then he challenges Roman at the Chamber, nearly beats him, loses. Then you got the reuniting of him and Kevin Owens to have this payoff of them beating the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, I think after this, they should probably split the championship and maybe, just maybe have a little tournament for one of those championships, for the World Championship or the SmackDown Championship, to determine the new champion on those titles. But I think this match is going to definitely be a worthy main event. It has everything going for it. The crowd's going to definitely be into it. The Usos are going to be the great heels, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to just be elevating baby faces. We've seen this happen before. We know it's all going to happen again. And I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to get that beautiful championship. Now, let's go to night two. Start of the match, opening match, I'm assuming, is Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, taking on Natalya versus Shotzi, versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't care about this match. However, I could be proven wrong. And I mean by that by saying Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler needs to win this match. No offense to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. No offense to Natalya and Shotzi. No offense to Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. But most of them are better off as single superstars. Raquel Rodriguez has the potential, in my opinion. Liv Morgan has done that already. Natalya, we don't know how long Natalya's going to last. And a tag team is definitely not what she needs. Shotzi is criminally underrated, in my opinion. She has all the tools to be a great single star. Sonya Deville is great at whatever she does, but she needs that oomph. She needs to get something out of this. But I think Ronda and Shayna Baszler, having that MMA background, have that UFC background, will actually help them be a legit tag team and probably win the tag team championship, and hopefully makes those damn belts relevant for once. Because we thought it was going to be relevant for a lot of times. And it turned out to not be true. But like I said, Ronda and Shayna will win. Now it's time for people to hate me. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I know people were talking about how Vince McMahon probably went backstage and probably booked this match for Triple H. I know all the jokes and all that, but if we're gonna be honest here, I was one of the few that actually didn't mind this. Let me tell you, here's why. I get it. Brock versus Omos wasn't the destination we wanted. Brock didn't want to work with Bray. We kind of wanted Brock versus Lashley in a real fight this time with no stupid DQ. But I think this could be something that's going to surprise us. Because think about it. Why would you not want to see Brock Lesnar German suplex a giant man like Omos? Why wouldn't you want to see Brock Lesnar F5 Omos? Why wouldn't you want to see Brock Lesnar just remind everyone that he's strong as fuck and please do not mess with him because he will kill you? However, even though it seems like I might vote for Brock Lesnar winning the match, I'm going to make a wild prediction and say Omos might win. Now, here's the thing. Omos can win or lose whatever he wants. He is forever the attraction. Do I think he's capable of winning a world championship? No, I don't. But he could fall into the category of what Giant Gonzalez or Andre the Giant was supposed to be. Well, at least Andre the Giant at the end of his career. But what they were supposed to be back then. And the Great Khali. The Great Khali was supposed to be this big monster against Undertaker. It didn't work because Khali could barely do anything. Same goes to Giant Gonzalez. But I think with Omos, he doesn't do enough. He's not doing 450 splashes, which if he did, then holy fucking shit, that's the scariest shit to ever see. That's scarier than a Vader moonsault. But I think Omos does provide enough in his moveset that he can, do something in a match. We've seen that happen with him against Bobby Lashley. We've seen that against him and Braun Strowman. Elevate, shine a spotlight on Omos' strengths and just try to hide his weakness. And if you do that, this match could be very surprising. Now, it's not going to be a fucking 5-star clutch in the Tokyo Dome, but it's definitely going to be a very good match. I think it's going to be a good match. However, because of the fact that Bobby Lashley does no longer have an opponent, I think this may be the beginning of the reuniting of the Hurt Business. You got Shelton and Cedric Alexander already, which I haven't seen them. I don't know what the hell are they. You got Omos on there, and you got MVP trying to reunite. And maybe Brock Lesnar will get this. Maybe Bobby Lashley will distract Brock Lesnar. Omos comes from behind, hits his tree slam, and in the shocking 1-2-3, Omos wins. Because and like just that, boom, the Hurt Business is back, and Brock Lesnar do Brock Lesnar things. I don't know. But either way, I think Omos might win this match, which is a very wild prediction. I know. I remember on a lot with that Brock match, but I felt like I had to. Now we're going to talk about Edge versus Finn Balor. Edge versus possibly Demon Balor will be an absolute show stealer. Edge with his history of matches like this, and Finn Balor technically I'm finally showing a real side of I can use any weapons I want in a match. Last time we saw that was back in Extreme Rules, the horror show, quote unquote, last year. But are we really gonna count that? Anyway, I think this will be the payoff of this whole Edge versus Judgment Day feud. I think Edge will win this match, and whatever happens to Finn Balor, we don't know. My assumption is maybe teasing a Judgment Day split. Maybe. Just maybe. But anyway, Edge wins. Next, we got the Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. These three are going to beat the shit out of each other. And you know what? I'll be all in for it. We've seen what Sheamus and Gunther was able to do. As a matter of fact, that's my favorite match of last year. Yeah, the one at Clash of the Castle, not the one at SmackDown. And Drew McIntyre has proven many times that he can put out a banger against Sheamus. So you bring him with Sheamus and Gunther, two big men, slapping man me, shout out Simon Miller. I mean, you can't go any wrong with this match. This could go either way. You can give the match to Gunther, you can give the match to Sheamus, you can give it to Drew McIntyre. It doesn't matter. But for me, I think this is the moment where Sheamus wins the Intercontinental Championship. Because that is the one championship that's been eluding him his entire career, and nobody's going to complain seeing Sheamus finally have that championship around his waist. And also, another wild prediction, he comes to the ring with written in my face, lobster head. Now we got the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. The build was not good, but I know the match would be great. I think all they needed to do was really invade this whole Kana character that Asuka had back in New Japan and probably do something that mixed well with Bianca Belair. But aside from all that, I know we all know the match is gonna be great. So it was like, I guess it's okay. Okay. I mean, that's what I always feel like in AEW. Sometimes the build to the matches are not always great, but I'm okay with them. But I know the matches are always gonna deliver, so I just watch for the matches. So I kind of fall into this category with WWE, kind of. So when they provide a great story, I'm just. But anyway, I think Asuka's gonna win this match. This could be her WrestleMania moment, because she has not won a WrestleMania match, which is crazy to think about. This could be the moment for Asuka to finally win that championship, and hopefully Bianca Belair can maybe go to SmackDown and probably feud with Rhea Ripley, so we can finally have that match, which again is gonna be fucking awesome. But anyway, my prediction is Asuka wins. And now it's time for the main event, people. The undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes I already said it. This story, perfect. This is my perfect story. Because you put two stories combined. You have the reign of Roman Reigns, who's dominated the WWE for 3 years. 3 years. He's about to reach reign number 1,000. Dominated for 3 years. Encountered the Bloodline. Made the Bloodline what it is. Kind of the reason why the Bloodline is kind of falling out. Well, this whole heel character Roman is doing has been fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm so glad WWE has finally done that. Because, let's be honest here. Sick and tired of a title reign before it even reaches a year. We've seen that happen with Kofi. We've seen that happen with Daniel Bryan. Excuse me, sorry. We've seen that happen with Roman Reigns before. We've seen that happen with John Cena. Oh, we've seen that happen with John Cena. And a little bit of that with Drew McIntyre. But Roman has held that championship for 3 years, and not many people are still upset about it. As a matter of fact, if a scenario that he does win this match, not many people will probably be mad. Because that's how good Roman is as a heel. Crazy, right? But I think this whole story, Cody Rhodes leaves the WWE, makes himself a superstar, makes his own company, leaves his own company, joins back WWE to finish the story. That's the quote that he's trying to make. Finish the story. Finally become something that his father couldn't do, something that his brother couldn't do, and that was to be the WWE Championship, the top championship. And they're going to be splitting the titles later on. So here's what I'm predicting. First of all, Cody Rhodes wins the match. Finally, because we all want that. Cody Rhodes deserves it. Next night on Raw, he says he talked about how important the WWE Championship is. Then with the Universal Champion, you do like a little tournament to determine the new Universal Championship, and whatever you want to do with that is none of your business. And I know, and Triple H has talked about a new title design, so SmackDown seems like they're going to be in good hands. But like I said, Cody Rhodes will win this match, and that is my prediction for WrestleMania 39. What is your guys' predictions?